Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man, you tune into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Old God, and SamAnt. Going in today on this Monday, everybody that's listening on YouTube, I need you to do me a favor, hit the like button and make sure that you share this video if you enjoy the content. Now, this is Leaving Neverland. We talked about this a few times, on the podcast, maybe even more than a few times, but it aired Sunday night. I'm saying, on HBO. And once again, this is a film that examines the disturbing claims made by James Safechuck and Wade Robeson that Michael Jackson, the icon, the legend, pretty much sexually abused them over a period of several years when they were just children. Now, we have to just keep in mind that in 2003, these are the same individuals, when Michael Jackson was acquitted. He was charged, but then acquitted of this. They found, no sufficient evidence to bring him up on the charges. So just to put that out there. But HBO went ahead. They aired this, and even amidst threats from Jackson, lawsuits, they still did it. Last time we reported that they were trying to sue him to stop this. I see a lot of people saying a lot of things, Sam, man. So what are your thoughts on, this gruesome documentary coming out about one of our childhood legends, Michael Jackson?
Man, well, first off, we easily know how to separate the music from personal. Now, if we believed, and that belief was off of evidence, that Michael Jackson molested children, little boys in particular, he would sit in a place of just disdain. He would sit in a place where he needs to be under the jail. It doesn't matter what he did for music. That man destroyed children's lives, and he needs to have just justification done to him, which is, we all know, take care of business. That being said, you look at a man that's been under FBI investigation for 10 years. You look at a man that to be accused of what he was accused of, we've seen men, both black and white, held to their standard, put on trial and put under the jail, Sandusky and other people like that. For him to molest children, and for the FBI to be under investigation and nothing to happen, and for him to be in the trial, that's just logically speaking, whether I was a Michael Jackson fan or not, something raises eyebrows to me when it comes to that. Something raises my attention. So it's still very fishy to me. We see Oprah Winfrey about to do an interview for that. Well, she's getting a lot of flack for that. And I have something up from what she said. And I'll read that. She said, what'd she say? "I'm going to get it," Winfrey said. The talk show host also argued, however, that the issue of sexual abuse is too important to remain silent, despite how much it may anger Jackson fans. "This movie transcends Michael Jackson," she told the crowd, which consisted of more than 100 abuse survivors. "It allowed us to see social corruption." According to Variety, Winfrey made it clear during the taping that she believes Jackson accuses Wade Robeson and James Safechuck, who joined her on stage. The director of HBO's Leaving Neverland Documentary, Dan Reed, who was also president of the program, it aired yesterday, the 4th. "Beware of people who just want to be around your children," Winfrey said during the taping. Leaving Neverland has been met with pushback from Jackson's family and the singer's estate. But during his life, while he was alive 10 years ago, him and Winfrey were hand in hand, always together. Every one of these fucking accusations were out there. Nothing we hear is new, other than they just put some real disgusting dressing around it.
But what does she mean when it says transcends Michael Jackson? To me, that's a load of bullshit. What do you mean?
Talk about it.
So you say, okay, so all right, you got the victims, and we're sympathetic to the victims, the 100 victims that was there, but destroy a man's legacy to save to try to save face for these victims or whatnot. I don't get it. You can't just lie on one man if he didn't do it.
2 victims that have been known to lie.
Right.
Come on, man.
That's crazy. And it's like, it went through the judicial process, which we all, this is, they had to flag up in court. They swear the oath to everything. So it went through the process. They found out that the man was innocent. He didn't do it. So for them to continue on, Time Warner, HBO, they continue to do this, man. I would love to see the family, get a lawsuit and definitely win for defamation, slander, but it questions like why go through, because we were talking about this, knowing that you could get sued for hundreds of millions of dollars. What is the agenda of Warner Media, aka the parent company of HBO, to put this out there and continue to drop this and tarnish this man's image? It's sad.
Well, you beg the question. What does he have? What do they want? R. Kelly, A lot of people were saying they're trying to tear this man down. Well, got to ask ourselves, why? What does he have? What do they want? Well, what does R. Kelly have that they want? I Believe I Can Fly, some of them writings, all that money, all that publishing he has. Well, they own that anyway. Okay, we can kind of take that out. Maybe they're not against him. Maybe there's a little smoke behind that fire. Michael Jackson, half a fucking Sony, James Bond theme, numerous other things when it comes to music and publishing. He was a dog when it came to it. Some of James Brown catalog. They like that. They like the masters. They like to be the master on the master. So he has something to lose. He's came out and said numerous times, they're going to kill me for my publishing. They're going to kill me for my catalog. We all know Michael Jackson was weird. He was weird. There was shit that he did against the grain that really made no sense to people. But hey, was it supposed to make sense to us? Who knows? He did some things that were kind of off. But did he molest children? Yes or no? While he was alive, he went to jail, trial numerous times and walked away free because they had no evidence of this dude doing what they say he did. Yeah. The two dudes said that he lied under oath. He has other children that have been out here and vehemently said he hasn't done anything to them. Some said, yeah, I admit I lied too. So there was obviously a conspiracy against his brother years and years and years on end, and it continues well into
and let it be known that the family is livid. The family is totally against this. I mean, like I said, they tried to, get lawyers to block this. So the family's fighting. We don't want to give the people the impression like, what is Michael Jackson's family? The family, the estate, I should say, is totally, against it because it tarnishes their image as well, even though they're descendants of him. You know what I mean? So they gotta, try to paint, him as a pedophile now. Their brother, their son, their family member. Come on, man, that's crazy, man. But for media to be allowed, see, if this was anything else, YouTube. You put this up, it'll be able to be taken down, but you can't take them down.
Are we being insensitive to victims right now that in child pedophilia, in your opinion? Because we're very strongly adamant about this particular subject, and I know a lot of people may receive some backlash or may take this and get offended by it because we're not very sensitive, or maybe seemingly not very sensitive to children and pedophilia. So speak on that.
Well, here's my thing, man. When somebody's not here to talk, all you're going to want when you're not here is somebody that's going to stand and defend you if you can't stand for yourself. You know what I mean? So Michael Jackson's not here to stand and talk. When he was here, he had his chance to go before the court of law, and what they found is what they found. Now, anything after that, all we could do is go with what's on the books, what the facts are. The facts are that this man walked away from that. You know what I mean? Now, being insensitive to the victims, no. You know what I mean? If anybody's, been a victim of anything like that, I sympathize for you, but you should seek the proper help. I'm not in the business of helping people. I don't know what to do in that situation, but you seek the proper help, for themselves. But my job is to put all the facts on the table as being a responsible journalist. And me and brother SamAnt over there is to put the facts on the table. And what it looks like to us, our summation is that they're lying on this man. That's what it just looks like to us from the information that we can gather. Now, if we'd have seen things, they had more evidence, we would have called Michael what he was. But it looks like the man's innocent. And it looks like there's a conspiracy to tarnish this man's image even after he's been in the ground. That's what it looks like.
It's sad because you could it's nonfiction going on, man. They're turning books into reality to where a realistic fiction, not nonfiction, but they can make any narrative they want and turn it into factual information. Like you said, this man isn't allowed to talk about or defend himself anymore. He's 10 years removed from even being able to say anything. He's dead for some time now. And this comes out. We all know the rumors that he had to go to his grave with. They've been with him for the longest of times. And now they come out with this, and it's like, okay, this is the narrative that will be painted of Michael Jackson from here on out. Let's take his music off the title now. Let's mute Michael Jackson. Let's mute him. Let's take his shit off. And you got kids today still rocking to his music. Now, kids are some of the most innocent souls on this planet. And this is why it was a very sensitive topic that he was taking advantage of little kids. That's why the shit was taken seriously. But if you really think of it in the context, there's some of the greatest lie detectors in the world. And you don't got to know Michael Jackson from a can of paint or not. Put some Michael Jackson music on around a child, a baby. I'm not talking about a 6-year-old. I'm talking about a baby, and then grow up with it. They're going to love that shit like it was brand new. They resonate to it. They understand truth. He put something in that music that was just something about some truth, and they got a problem with that too, man. And for them to potentially get to a situation where they're going to start calling for his music to be taken off the streams. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and then I didn't even think about that. And that's, again, why the family is fighting, because they have to live off his estate, his income. This is what he built for his family. That's all you can ever want, is for your family to live off your wealth that you built when you were here. So that's now an attack against that. Great points that you brought up, man. We'll continue to cover this, story as soon as there's more developments, man.
Indeed.
But that documentary, has been released on HBO.
Have you seen it yet?
No, and I was kind of thinking, I may watch it now, just because now we've been covered this for about the 4th or 5th time. So I may buckle down, I may not. But if I do, I'll definitely, report back.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to watch it.
No,
I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, man, you tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Oh God, and SamAnt. Going in today on this Monday, if you're listening on Spotify, Google Play, or any other podcast platform, please go ahead and share this podcast with one other person if you can.
It's only